Howdy folks, Matt here with Gulf Coast Fit, and it's time to get hardcore with a stability ball. Technically it's a circuit because we're going to do 5 core exercises. You can say it's for your abs, but really it works your entire trunk from all different directions. And these 5 exercises constitute a circuit. And remember, circuit means 5 or more. It's 4 exercises for something is a giant set. First thing I want to say that this is probably more of an advanced stability ball core circuit because there are less complex variations of each of these exercises. So you can consider this a moderate to advanced stability ball circuit. I'd recommend going through this 2 to 3 times. I'm going to show you just one quick round of this. All of the exercises we do stick somewhere between 10 and 15 reps. So that's kind of your sweet spot. If you get to 10, it feels great. You've got some more reps in you. Do 12 or 13. If you fail at 15, that's perfectly fine too. But don't cut yourself short at 10 if you know you've got a few more good reps in you. So here we go. I'm going to start off with a bang and bust out some stability ball bicycle crunches, which might not sound too common. It might sound a little crazy. And that's what we do. And you're going to see me fall and spill all over the place on this. And that's just the nature of the beast when you're doing bicycle crunches on a stability ball. So you might have the pleasure of seeing a nice little blooper here. I'm going to have the pleasure of getting a nice core burn no matter what. And remember, 1 repetition means you're doing right and left side. So if you're doing 10 reps, technically you're doing 20 crunches because you got to do 10 on each side. Now the key here to limit how much you spill off the ball, if you're twisting one way, you allow the ball to roll the other way just a little bit. So you see, I twist one way, the ball rolls the other way. That keeps me on top of the ball for the most part. Give you a couple more. Whew, all right, that was at least 10 reps, I know that much. All right, so next up we're gonna take the ball over towards the wall, towards the corner. I'm gonna bust out a twist on back extensions, literally. So back extensions with a twist. Make sure the ball is positioned towards your belly, towards your hips too, and then your feet are wedged up against the wall. Get this under me a little more. You're going to drape yourself over the ball. You can go hands crossed or hands on your ears. You're going to come up into a twist. And so, when I say it's a core workout, it doesn't just mean abs. Right now we're working glutes, lower back, spinal erectors, in the lumbar region, and we're getting a little bit of obliques as well. So that twist adds in some obliques. Push your pubic bone and your hips into the ball as you come up and twist. And it should really feel like you're not just doing a lower back exercise, but you're getting a nice side trunk exercise in the love handles. Those are your external obliques we're working back here. Now, what I said about doing right and left side on the bicycle crunches, that does not apply for this. Every time you come up and twist, that's a rep. So, let's say I just did 7 on each side. I'm counting that as 14 reps. And that's just because your work capacity on an exercise like this is not the same as when you're flipped over doing bicycle crunches. You can do more bicycle crunches than back extensions. All right, I'm gonna bring it down to the ground, lose the flops. What we're gonna do now is a jackknife variation. A jackknife crunch is where your hands and your feet both rise and descend simultaneously and meet each other. Kind of doing, oh you're good man. Kind of do a leg raise up with the lower body and a crunch with the upper body. Now we're doing a passover jackknife. So we simply come up, we meet in the middle, we lower it down, tap the ball to the ground. Don't touch your feet to the ground. We always tap the ball to the ground, but not the end of your body that does not have the ball. Now, one repetition, I know you're dying to know, is going back and forth. So I think this makes 4. So you really have to go one way. And you see I'm not doing a full sit-up. I'm just making sure my shoulder blades get off the ground to do a crunch. It's a crunch, not a sit-up. Push your lower back into the ground with every rep, no matter where the ball's at. Give you a couple more. I think that'll put me at 10. Remember, 10 to 15 reps on everything. Oh, that really gets you. No abs are left out of that. That gets you up, lower, upper, lower, and middle. All right. Next up, we're going to go into a side crunch or an oblique crunch. This is our second to last exercise. You're going to position yourself sideways on the ball so that your bottom leg is in the front and your top leg is in the back. All right? I'm going to put my bottom arm on my shoulder, my top arm on my thigh, and I'm going to bring myself over here to the corner because that's going to work a lot better. Wedge your feet in the corner, top leg in the back, bottom leg in the front, drape sideways, big stretch in the side body here, then go into crunch. Now, we're working strictly in the frontal plane here, which means that, frontal plane, right? I'm moving side to side. Yeah, frontal plane. Anyway, we're not adding a twist. We're draping and stretching. We're not doing a crunch and a twist here. This is strictly an oblique crunch, which means we're only moving side to side. The important thing is here that you drape and stretch yourself over the ball so you're really getting lateral flexion one way and lateral flexion the other way. We think stretch and crunch and squeeze right there. Like you're trying to pinch a pencil right here in your love handles. Give you one more. See, I'm sliding my hand down my thigh, and that helps you just know that you're on track. You're coming up crunching and you're reaching down your leg. Go ahead and give you a back view. Again, top leg in the back, bottom leg in the front, hand on shoulder, hand on thigh, big stretch, big flex. Big stretch, big flex. Drape and lengthen, contract and squeeze. Make sure you're breathing with every rep. I like to inhale as I drape and stretch. Exhale as I crunch and squeeze. Again, make sure we're not twisting forward or rolling backwards. We're moving strictly sideways in the frontal plane, which means lateral movement only. Give you a couple more. All right. One more exercise in our core circuit. That's going to be a plank variation. And the reason why I said this is a moderate to advanced circuit is because these are not necessarily easy to execute compared to a lot of standard stability ball exercises. You've probably seen all kinds of crunches. You lay on the ball, you crunch, you might twist, you might even do a plank on the ball. Well, everything we're doing takes a little bit more setup and refining of how you position yourself with the ball. And it takes a little bit of figuring out how you work with the ball and how you move to get the most out of each repetition. Anywho, here's our last exercise. I was just stalling because my abs are burning so much. We're doing a plank raise variation. And what I've got to do is squeeze the ball. I'm not just planking and pushing, I'm squeezing with my pecs. I'm going to lift one leg, squeeze the glutes, put it right back down. Now you can lift and hold, or you can just bring it up, right back down. And that's kind of dependent on where you're at. When fatigue settles in, the ball might be moving everywhere, your core is burning, you might look more like this. That's fine. You're still going to get the benefit of the exercise. Or if it's there, try to keep your hips and shoulders squared up to the ground. Give it a little squeeze and pause. I really like stability ball planks. in this fashion with my arms extended because it works the shoulder stabilizers a lot. Now this is really an all-encompassing plank or core exercise, especially on the ball like this. I'm working front, back, and side to side, working the trunk in a global type of manner. And so, in my opinion, no core muscle left behind here. Now on this one, you gotta raise right and left leg to count as one rep. So I'm gonna speed things up, because I don't know where I'm at. I'm not gonna cut myself short. Make sure I get to 10 reps, more like 12 or so. You wanna pause there. Last one. Make sure you're not letting the hips sag. You don't wanna poke up with the butt. Keep it nice and linear. So there you go. That's a moderate to advanced stability ball core circuit. Run through it 1, 2, or 3 rounds and feel the burn. Thank you.